Good morning, everyone. Again, the less strength. Now, yesterday we just discussed what is in the use state only. We just did one more program, right? So, because of the people were not much, so we are not going to start the new ones. But still, I want you guys to practice the components, props, and the state. Yesterday we did one state logic. We did accordion, and I explained you like how to manage multiple state. How do you think actually to start the project and all, right? You all clear with it? Yeah. Raise your hand. How many of you did the assignment? Good. Give me the links. Online, whoever did the assignment, give me the links. Why remaining people are not practicing? Like you did it in localhost? Huh? Trying. You got any problems? That time, Bootstrap is not coming. It will come now. Okay. Let's see the code. Okay, someone did this. This is also Bootstrap only, no? See? But what is the problem here, See, if I open this, it is closing and opening. Listen, how do you make it better? First thing, everything should be same size. Will it be good if one thing looks like this and another one? No. All should be of same size. Okay. And second point, whenever if you see the actual accordancer, accordance have an effect. Like whenever you are clicking on, it won't come directly. It will come somewhat smoothly. Did you ever see it? Now go here. Let me show it to you. Free front end React. I think 2 days back I told you this also, right? Now in this, if I go here, sir, here accordions are there. Now let me open an accordion. Now let's open any first one, an accordion. Okay. This is someone's code, and see, this is also they use state here. This guy put the link of Netlify. See his accordion. First thing, everything is a size. Nicely written. And second one, if I click on this, it's opening immediately, but okay, this is bad. It is opening this one and this one, both. Okay, one thing should close. But I want to do like this. What did this guy did? You can check it in the code. Okay, this is all same thing, right? Even after before 3 years, also he must have used the same use state logic. Now same thing. Another guy also did their code. Go here and check it like if I click on this, it's opening smoothly like this again. You can also try it. So like this, I want you to check it like whoever not did, check it like this 25 examples and whatever you feel good, do it. Now, next one. Give me your URL, ma. Your URL. Do all the URLs online. Only one person give me URL. Give me the remaining people also. It's a local host one, na. Netlify also. Whole file is not working. On Netlify, how it is showing? Netlify, how it is showing? Netlify, how? We will check it. Huh. We will check it at the end. Now, boys, anyone? Give the links. Yes. Yes, CC. A. ACC. Huh? 007.netlify dot app. Okay, know more about my books. Connection unleashed. It is coming. Very good. And if I click on this, oh, it's actually good. This one is going very smoothly. This one can be good actually. Perfect. Okay, it is going into some other thing. Yeah. Next. Any other one? Any other link? What? Only two people did it? Offline two people, online one people. That's not good. Okay. Reminding all people whether you understand or not. Yesterday one. Did you guys understand? Did you guys really got it? Sir, because we are in really first initial stages, I can ask you and I can check these things. Once we are in the deep, then if you did not understand these steps, it will be very bad at that time. You can't come back and you can't continue also. Okay? So that's why I'm asking you to do it again and again. Okay? Now let's go here. Let's go to VS Codes. Go here. React 7. Accordance. Now let's create a new one, sir. What we can do? We'll discuss another hook actually. So the next one which we are going to learn, if you understand this concept also, a basic React application you can develop, and at the same time in interviews, most of the things they will ask this only. The basic hook anyone will use is use state, and there are two hooks actually people every day they will use in React applications. One is use hook, use state, and another hook is use effect. Today we are going to understand about use effect. Use effects. Use effect is used to is used online is voice is clear is used to define online is voice is clear. Can you hear me online? Yeah, okay. Now use, if any doubts online, please mention it. Use effect is used to define the side effects in React application. React application. What is the side effect, sir? Anything Anything which don't change the UI is side effect only. Usually, I want some operations. Those operations will not change the UI. It may bring some data to UI. It may take some data from UI, but it won't change the UI. Okay, like state will change the UI. State means whenever you are updating, UI will change, right or not? But some things will not change it. For example, API call. You all do API call. If I do API call to some API, what will happen? I will get the data from that link, right or not? I just clicked the fake store API, sir. I just go to some other API, sir. Will I get the link? The details or not? Yes, right? And that details, when I get it, sir, when I get those details, will my UI change? No. Initially, just getting the details, and UI will change it when you print the details, right or not? Just to get the details, UI will not change. Or someone click a button, a registration form is there, and someone entered the data and click on register button, and now data has to send it to other place. Now this is action needed for website, but this will not change the UI. Anything which is not going to change the UI but have an effect is called side effect. Is called side effect. When I'm going into API, sir, I'm going to get the all details. Now let's go at our basic details. Like almost in every day we go use this only, which is fake store API, right? Most people, like you all are from JavaScript classes. You know this. What is fake store API? For the persons who don't know, this is an API link, dummy API link. In this link, you have so many products details, right or not? So someone defined them. Did I write them? No. Some details are there. Now, I want to use these details in my code. In my code, I want to write these details. I want to print these products. Is it clear? Now, how do you do that? But first thing, before how do you do that? When you are calling an API call, calling an API call, what will happen? First, you have to call the API, take the data, and you have to print it, right or not? It will not affect UI. It will not affect UI, but it's important for UI. Sir, you want to print all the products. When you get all the products from fetch, it will not affect anything in the UI. Okay. But if you don't fetch it, you can't change it anything. You got my point? UI is like this side effects, how it will be like. They are the extra ones. Now, if I can't get the data, I cannot print them. Okay. But just because I get the data also, I will not get anything. You got my point? Is it clear, sir? Okay. For example, to write an exam, you have to go to exam hall. Just because you went to exam hall doesn't mean anything. You may write it, you may not write it. Okay. It doesn't mean anything. But if you don't go to the exam hall, you cannot write it. It's like the supplementary. You got my points? Ultimately people will see what you write only. Okay. But to write, first you have to go. And that going one is actually the side effect. Is it clear? Now, to define the side effects, actually we have two things. One is use layout effect and another one is use effect. People will use mostly use effect only. How do you use effect? Syntax. Understand the syntax, and this is very, very important in the syntax perspective. Use effect, use effect, use effect We'll take two things. One is callback function, and second one is set of dependency arrays. Dependency array. Use effect will work it like taking two values. One is callback function, sir. One is dependency array, sir. Callback function and dependency array. Is it clear? Now, see here. Now, how they will work, sir? Now, callback function, callback function, callback function. Today, I will send you the state and use effect, use state and use effect code in the classroom. Okay, the notes. Don't worry. Now here, callback function. It can be normal or arrow function. Arrow function. Arrow function. Or it can be a logic. It's like you can put directly callback function or you can put a logic also. Usually we will put logic only. So yeah. Now here you have to call the callback here itself because it's in a local one. Now, second, and this is most important point in interviews, they will ask you this. Dependency array is optional. You may put it, you may not put it. It will work. I will show you. If you don't put it also, it will work. Okay. Now, sir, because dependency array is optional, because the dependency array is optional now here, if I write it here, use effect without dependency array, array. Use effect without dependency array will get triggered on every re-render. Every re-render or every rendering. Every time your program runs, every time your application re-rendered, okay, if you remember when you use state, every time use state, what will happen? Use state will make your program again re-render, right? Every time the rendering happens, this one will be called if you don't give any dependency. If you don't give any dependency, it will re-render every time, sir. It will get triggered, sir. Now, second one, use effect with empty dependency array. Dependency array. If I give empty dependency array, sir, will get triggered only first render of application. First time whatever the application rendered, only at that time only it will get run, sir. Next time onwards it will not run. That is use effect with empty dependency array. Or what if I put some values into the dependency array? Use effect with values in dependency array. These are three cases that you have to remember. Will get triggered. Anyway, we'll do more and more example in the following week also regarding this only. Will get triggered only for state changes of that values, state changes of that values. Let's see what I'm meaning it. Let's go to the application, sir. Let's write it here. Let's create an application. CD projects, CD projects. Huh? NPM create with @latest. Now here the latest one will be uploaded. Yes, project name. Use effect demo. Oh, what? Use effect demo. React JavaScript CD use effect demo npm install. Yeah, one more thing, because the people expected that 3 days, okay, and the people actually taking the 3 days. Some people did not came yesterday, and today also it's very less strength. So and it's like today is Shivratri, I think, right? So tonight some people may fast and be awake. So tomorrow morning there is no class. This is for sure. But Monday we will have it. Monday onwards we will have it something full. Okay, okay, yeah. Because if I come also, like, we can't discuss the new concepts. That's very bad. Now let's go here. Let's run this npm run dev, and I will mention in classroom also. Tomorrow there is no class. This time pakka. Now render means every change in project or refresh browser. Again, I'm saying it, people who did not understand. Refreshing and rendering are different. If you refresh it, for example, count application, if you refresh, count again becomes zero. You may see it. But rendering means it will update only whatever it changes in the application only. It will exactly change whatever it need to be changed. How it will do that? Virtual DOM is there. I think you know already. So now here I will go. Why it is not showing? Yeah. Now I will remove everything, but I won't remove that counter actually. So that counter can be useful for me. Now let's go here. SRC. In this SRC, here I will go to the app. In app, what I will remove, I will remove this logos. I will remove the logos logic here. And button click, this whole thing also, read the docs also I don't need. Yeah. So now, see this example. Did you guys understand this example? See, what is this? One button is there, sir. If someone clicks on the button, then use state is updating the count value. So every time count will become count plus one, right or not? When it will happen? Whenever someone clicks on this. Okay. Now if I go here, this is my application. If someone clicks on this, it will go. Okay. Now which is very simple actually. Now here I will put something called use effect demo. Now here you have to write the use effects outside the return. Obviously, any hook will be outside the return only. Okay. Return is your HTML which will show on the screen. Use state, use effect, any hook will be outside the return only. Now in this here I will write use effect. Open brace, close brace. Use effect will take two things: callback and the dependencies. Now let's go here. Let's go write it one callback here, sir. See, I just write it one callback, right? It's an arrow function, I think, for the people who did not understand. Now here, let me zoom it. Now in this callback function, sir, I am not writing anything much. I am just writing console.log use effect called. I just write it here, use effect called. Did I give it any dependency array here? Did I give any dependency, sir? No. Remember, first case, no dependency array. First case is no dependency array. Now go here, go to your application, just refresh it once. Now go and check it in inspect. Oh, sorry. Why it is not coming it? Now go here, console. Now use effect is called. Sir, actually use effect will be called only one time. Here React strict mode is there. That's why use effect is called two times. Okay. First, one thing you should remember, use effect will be called, sir, whenever the program started. Whenever your application render, first time it will call for free of cost. First time. Did I call it? No. Automatically it will call whenever your application rendered. First time. Let's again. One time. Use effect called here twice. Why? Because React strict mode is there, sir. If you remove the strict mode, actually it will be called only one time. Okay. Strict mode will always call everything two times so that make sure like everything works perfectly. See, now this time one time only called. Okay. Now anyway, sir, without doing anything, by default, whenever your application rendered, use effect will be called, sir. Clear? Now, in the use effect, I am just clicking this count. Now what happened? Use effect called. Again, use effect called. Now again, use effect called. Right or not? Now, sir, use effect is getting called on every rendering. Every time your application renders, first time default render also it called, and the second time any rendering happen, it will call. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? Now, first, what is the first one, sir? If you did not give any dependency, for every rendering of your application, use effect will get triggered. Okay, triggered means then that callback function will run. Okay. Now, sir, what if here I put some empty array? Go here in the app. I am writing it here an empty array, comma, one empty dependency. Now in the dependencies, I am giving empty value. In dependencies, I am giving empty value. Now go here, sir. Refresh. Now, when you started the application, one time it called, obviously, but next time onwards, when I'm doing it, is it calling? Is it calling? No. So second point, I told you, use effect with empty array will get triggered only the first rendering of the application. For every other re-rendering, it will not get triggered. Is it clear, ma? First point is, if you did not give empty dependency in interviews, this is tricky question. They will ask you how use effect will be. If you did not give any dependency array, then it will get triggered for every state. But if you give it here only for empty dependency, only first time it will run, one time only. Next time onwards it will not run only. Now third one, this is kind of tricky. Now I will take two counters. Console.log here count to set count to initially 0. I will write it and another button here. Control C, Control V, set count to count to. Let's take it a 5 or -1. One counter will increment the values always, one counter will just decrement the values. Simple logic. Now go here, you can check it. Count to, count is count to, very good. Refresh it once. Now see, if I click on this 0, it is incrementing. If I click on this second one, it is decrementing. Right or not? So how many state values are there in my code? 2. How many are there? 2. Right or not? Now sir, if I give this empty dependency here, if I give this empty dependency only one time, but if I did not give any dependency, what will happen? For every re-render, it is going on. For every re-render. That means here, sir, here, if I click on this one, it is calling. If I click on this one, is also it is calling. Right or not? Any state changes, it will get triggered if you don't give dependency. I am giving dependency, comma, dependency array. In dependency array, only count to. Only count to. Now you know what will happen? Only if count to state is updated, only if count to rendered, then only it will update. It will call. It will call. If you count to is not, if is there any other state changes, then it will not get triggered. If you did not give empty dependency, any state changes, it will get triggered. But if you give any value in the state dependency, then it will get triggered only for that particular array, that particular value. That's why they are called dependencies. Our callback function is dependent on it. Now let's go here. Let's click here. Now refresh it. Now here, if I click on count, first one, is it calling the use effect? But if I click on the second one, use effect is getting called. Why? My use effect is dependent on the second one. I mentioned that. So total 3 conditions. Without dependency array, empty dependency array, and every time the dependency changes. Okay? Is it clear, ma? Now think, I want to call fetch. I want to call fetch. You all know fetch now? Fetch means what it will do? It will go and bring the API data. Right? Sir, what I have to use? Without dependency or empty dependency or with some dependency? Which one I have to use? Which one I have to use? Empty dependency. You know why? Because it will call only one time. Whenever your program starts, it will go and fetch the details. Do I need to go all fetch details again and again and again? No, that's not a good thing. Your application should not call multiple times. Okay. But one application is there, sir, like notification applications. Every time you are clicking a button, notification is happening. Okay. Or every time you are clicking a button, it will go to server and it will bring the data. Like I put one button, refresh. So refresh button click kare to again it will go to the data, again it will go to the fetch and it will bring the data. Then that particular refresh button, I will put one state value and I will update it whenever the state value updated. At that dependency, I will give it a use effect. Okay. So you should think about it. If you want one thing to work, it's about use case, sir. If you wanted one thing to run, every state changes. Anytime my application changes, I want it to run. Don't give any dependency. I wanted something to run only one time. First time. Then give empty dependency. I wanted to run every time someone clicked something, someone changed something. Then use dependencies. Clear, sir? Yeah. Let's do our logic. I think all people know what is fetch and all. Okay. Now I'm going it with this fake store API products. I'm taking the link, going here, write it here, fetch logic. Here I'm giving empty dependency. I'm taking it some values here. Let's remove all the things like counter and all. I don't want it. Go here. And here also I don't want this all. Use effect demo fetching products. For the persons who don't know fetch in JavaScript, fetch is a browser method, sir, which we will use to get the details. When you are getting the fetch details, fetch will return something called promise. How do you solve the promise? You will put dot then. Fetch some data, dot then. Sir, sometimes dot then may not be good suggestion, so we will write it something async await. Do you guys remember this fetch and async await and all? Do you guys know this? Okay, let me do it. First, I will do it the promises. You can listen it line by line. You will get it, sir. See, in this callback function, I am just writing it fetch, and I am giving some URL. Fetch and the URL, sir. Now, you know what it will return? What it will return if you go here, it will show. It will return something called promise, sir. What it is returning? Promise. Sir, what is a promise? Promise is an object actually in JavaScript. This is a JavaScript concept. Okay. Promise is an object which will tell you an eventual completion. Because see, fetching fetching means it will go and bring the network details, right? Some whatever the data is there in that particular URL, it will bring it. Will it happen immediately? Can it happen immediately? No. It depends on internet speed, na? It has to go to that link, it has to bring that data, it depends on my internet speed, and it depends on how much data is there, right or not? Sir, it will take time. When it is taking time, my JavaScript don't wait for anyone. Imagine, I asked you, go and bring the water bottle. You can't bring it immediately, you are not genie. You have to go there and bring it, right? So, I can't wait for it. Immediately what you will do, you will say it like, I will come in 5 minutes, or I will come in 2 minutes, or I will come in 1 minute, right? And then you will go, I will wait. I will wait for your response because you said something promised to me. You may keep your promise. You may really come back in 5 minutes. Or you may reject your promise. You may not, it's like you may not commit in 5 minutes. Or I will be in pending state only till then. Until you fulfilled or rejected my promise, I will be in pending state. Is it clear, the logic? Just have a dig with this, like just have a check with this. Actually, fetch is actually interesting concept. Now in your JavaScript also, you will have this. Like if I open this console, clear. Now if I go here, and it will give me a promise basically. In this promise is in pending state, and once the request is over, it will become fulfilled. What it will become? Fulfilled. Now this promise, how do you get it is, you will write it dot then. You will write it here, dot then. Dot then. Dot then will resolve the promise, sir. I think you guys, some people may not did in JavaScript this concept, but this is very, very important concept in JavaScript. In dot, then what will come, whatever the promise you are giving it. For example, in our case, guy went for water bottle, and what should I expect after 1 minute? Water bottle. And that's what will come to then. Then we'll get the response from the promise. Then we'll get the response from the promise. Now let's write it here. Here inside the then, I am writing one callback function. And in the callback function, I am taking it response res. You can take it any name. I am taking res and I am printing it. Sir, you went to this URL and you get this res and you are printing it. It's like I went for water bottle, whatever he gives me after he came, I am just printing it. Let's see what I'm getting it. If I go here, response, see here, sir, did I get any water bottle here? Did I get the data? No, my water bottle is this data. Okay, this data I want it. But did I get it here? Imagine the guy went for a water bottle. When he came, instead of giving you the water bottle, he's saying that I went to somewhere and their water is like this and it took me so much time and all the other things. And that's what this response. It will say it like, okay, I went to this URL and I followed this course policies and my status is 200. That means success. Every other thing it will tell, but it will not give you actual data. Is it clear? Now then what you will say to the guy? Give me the water bottle, right? The same thing I will tell to here also. I will tell to my JSON, I will tell to my response, convert this response into JSON. I want the JSON. I want the JSON. Now immediately he can't bring the water bottle. So imagine he is having so many load. He came and he have so many items. In that he has to check for my water bottle. No? Again it will take time. In that particular case, again dot then. And now whatever the response he is using, this time he is giving me directly water bottle. And here I am writing here data and here console.log data. And let's go here and print it here. Now, if you see it here, refresh it. Now, see, I got the data. Can you see it? This time I directly got the data. And in the data, whole data is there. Whole values are there. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? No? So, understand this logic, how I am doing fetching, dot then. We will do better practices also, but this is the easiest practice. In future, we will do something like async await and all, or Axios. Sir, what if while going into the water bottle, something happens to him, or while bringing the water bottle, he spilled the water? Some error may happen while going to this network. If errors happened, I will go to catch. Catch will catch the error of any then. While doing this, all the thens, if any error happened, it will directly call catch. Now in the catch, if any error happened, please print the error. I am just saying it. Console.log my error. Sir, what is the use of getting the data there? See, what is the use means here I am not printing anything, but I will do it. Okay. We are just getting the data. In case we will print it. If I want to use that data, I will use that also now. See, here I am just printing it in console. Okay. I can actually do it other things also, which I will do now. See, first go here and now it is actually printing the data nicely. Now, instead of printing the data, now this time I will give fake URL. Now the URL will not work, right or not? I said him to bring the water and I said one location and the location I said is wrong. So obviously you can't bring the water now. Now the error happened and that error will come here. See, here it will print some errors, sir. Now, no, not this. This. See, here it will print the errors. If errors are there, I want it to print some errors and it will print the errors, sir. Now go here. Instead of this API, now I wanted to use this. I want to use in my program. Sir, what is the data? Data is in array, na? Data is in the array format. See here. Go to your URL and check it here. Whole data is in the array, sir. Inside the array, so many objects are there. Right or not? Now I will go here. I will create an empty array. How do you take it? I will go with use state const products comma set products equals to use state and initially empty array. Initially, now here whenever I get the data and I'm writing it here set products of data. So I'm giving data value to products. Data value to products. Now products is an array na? Now products is the array what we got it from the URL. Now I will print it here products. How do you print it the array? Products dot what we will use it? Map. Very good. In the map again callback function will come. Now here you will use something called pro and here you will write it a div. Now inside this div you will write it here. Here you will print the details, sir. I want to print it like something img src equals to pr dot what is the name of the image here? Here, what is the name? Image link is image only. src image alternate will be pr dot title and I will give height and width manually. Later I can change it. Height, let's take it like something 50. Width also 50. That's it. Sir, I just take the whole products array and I just get it all the images and I'm printing just images. Go to your code and go to your code and just refresh it once. See, all the products images are coming. Right or not? From where I'm getting these images, sir? From the API. Did I have it on my system? No. Some API is giving me the details. Now that API details, I'm printing it here. Okay. Now I'm getting one warning. What is this? Each child must have a unique key. Now I will go here. I will write it here. Something called key, which is equals to index. Now here I will write it p comma index also. And image, I'm printing it something h2, which is title pr dot title. A div all products. Sir, I'm using something inline, sir. For the persons who don't know, like inline CSS is allowed now. You can do something inline CSS also. I'm using normal CSS. In future classes, we will make it nice things. Now here style, I will use directly here. Style, display, grid, total all elements I wanted grid structure. And in this grid, I wanted like grid template columns. Grid template columns repeat 3 comma or 4 comma whatever you want, 1fr with a gap of 20 pixel. Simple. Now let's go here. Let's change the images sizes 100 and you will get these things simple. Or here I will give some border also, just to identify. Style, direct style I'm giving it. Here display, no, border na, box shadow, 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel. Go here. What is the error here? Style prop expect a mapping style properties, which is not taking directly. So the direct CSS it's not taking. I should go with the JavaScript only. Mapping values. Now double asterisk you have to put, and here display grid, and here comma, right? Now here again, what do you need? Grid template columns, grid template columns, and here you will use repeat repeat 3 comma 1fr, and here also braces box shadow, 5 pixel, 5 pixel, 5 pixel blank. Warning is key is not there, huh? Key is there na? For every child element. Earlier, okay, I gave key for image. Very bad. I should give key for div because that is what the child. Now see, sir, I got all the products, right? And from where did I get it? From API, right? Any doubts? Now, today's task, which you can complete it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, your wish. Now, this one has to be good. Now, let's open it and let me share it to you. UI. Everyone, please practice it, ma. I expect more code. Some people are not at all bringing anything. Okay. Please try to do online also. Now, again and again here. Yeah. Here, use the use product. Use the fake store products. And I wanted all products to print it here. Print the products like this. Okay. And every product will have one button. Every product will have one button. And that button will have something like add to cart. Every product will have a button add to cart. Okay. On top of the page, there is one counter named items. Now here there is a counter named items 0. Now if anyone clicks here add cart button, then items should increase. On any product, if I click on a button add to cart, the top items should increase. Okay. What is the suggestion for components? Whole thing is a app component. I will take it here whole thing is app component, and here again it will have two components, header component and products component. Okay, whole thing, this header is one component and this whole thing products is one component. Inside that, for each and every product, put it one component. Okay, inside the products, put another component, and try to manage the state, try to manage the use effect, try to manage the props. Believe me, if you do this, almost whatever you did till now, everything you will get it. If you can make it the UI also better, and I'm 100% sure it will be easy for you whole React classes. This is the heart of the React. Like this four, if you know, sir, I know how to manage components, how to manage props, how to manage use state, and how to manage use effect. The basic React application you can start actually. Okay, is it clear, ma? Is it clear? Yeah. I am suggesting you to go with the fake store API. You can go with any other APIs also if you find it, sir. Now, now, any other doubts? Any doubts, ma? No, right? Yeah. Okay. Monday, when everyone comes, I will give you the Telegram link actually. Okay. So we will create a Telegram link and I will share it to everyone Monday because most people will come on Monday at least. I hope. Okay. Is everything is clear, right? Only thing I expect is to do. Just don't come to the class and listen and go. I want you to do also. Okay. Yeah. Online, if anyone doubts, also you can ask me, ma. That's it. I will push the code into GitHub now. Yeah. Thank you. If no doubts, you can start leaving. No worries. Now let me push it into GitHub. Yeah, I will upload the theory in Google Classroom today. Don't worry. Online, if anyone get errors, also you can share it to me now. Online, people also study the promises and async await in the holiday, sir. Monday we will discuss more on that. Thank you.